GoGoNihon.com Live and Study in Japan.
Hi, I'm Catherine. I'm here with Gogo Nihon live from our Gogo Nihon orientation. So right now as you may be seeing, we're currently doing the preparation for our orientation, which will happen in about 5 minutes. So during this orientation, we're going to teach you a whole bunch of stuff about living in Japan, making things easy to get a head start, and we're expecting over 150 students to show up, and then even more people. So stay connected, and we'll start in about 5 minutes.
Okay guys, sorry for the wait. We're 15-20 minutes late, but welcome to Japan, welcome to Tokyo. I hope you had a great flight. Who came in the last week? Can you raise your hands? This is easy. Okay, who came in the last 2 days? Oh wow, 1, 2, 3. Who came yesterday? Okay, 2 days. Where did you come from? Yeah. Australia? Brazil, wow. And who else 2 days ago? England, okay. Brazil, how long does it take from Brazil to come to Japan? How long did it take?
Just the flight, 30 hours.
Well, how many hours?
30 hours.
30 hours of flight, okay. 2 days ago, you can sleep. It's okay, I won't be worried. Because we have here always we Gogo Nihon, we have a lot of people from the US, a lot of people from the UK, from Australia, sometimes from Brazil, Italy, Sweden, Spain. Who came from a country I haven't mentioned yet? Okay, not Canadians. Okay, okay. Who came from a country I haven't mentioned yet? What about you?
Me? I came from South Africa.
From Latvia? South Africa, wow. Wow, amazing. How long does it take from South Africa?
It took me about 24 hours.
20 hours, easy. 24 hours, fine. It's easy. Oh, amazing, South Africa. Any other person that didn't come from the country I mentioned? Yeah, you? Philippines, 4 hours?
4 hours.
Yes, okay. So it's a holiday, you know. Okay, but it's really nice to see you. And the thing I love about Gogo Nihon is that it's so international nowadays. People from all over the world can share the same passion of living and studying in Japan, learning Japanese. Maybe you're going to start out your new life in Japan. But doesn't matter which country you're from, what's your age, what's your background, you're all here. And what I always say in these orientations is that you are starting today a new life in Japan. And most of you, I think, are going to be long-term students, which means you're going to stay in Japan 6 months or more. I came to Japan 9 years ago thinking to stay 6 months. So life in Japan can give you really everything. It's a fantastic country to come at your age. Some of you are very, very young. Some of you are young. Some of you are my age, okay? Which is kind of young. The same age, right? You're older than me. It doesn't really matter right now. Japan in 2017 is a fantastic place to start your new life. As you know, Japan has won the bid for the Olympics. So in 3 years, there will be the Olympics in Japan. And what I see now that so many students find part-time job opportunities, full-time employment, hasn't happened like this anytime before. So this is a really a great opportunity for you to prove yourself, learn Japanese, use your skills, your native language, together with the Japanese language you're going to learn to make the difference. Japan needs people like you. Every time I meet Japanese companies or Japanese people, the only thing they say is that they need more foreigners that speak the language, they need more foreign force in Japan. They are trying everything they can to get more foreigners here, and you are still one of the few foreigners in Japan right now. You have a huge opportunity to really do something you may not be able to do in your country. What you can do in Japan probably would not be that easy in your country. So I really want to say, from the time you start studying, maybe next week, try the best you can to learn Japanese. It's not going to be as easy as learning English or Spanish, of course, as you come from Western countries. I mean, most of you come from Western countries. However, never give up. You have a goal. You need to learn Japanese, and you want to use Japanese in the rest of your life. Could be at work, could be for your hobby, doesn't matter. But you need to learn Japanese in order to achieve that. Don't give up. I've asked you to fill the questionnaire. If you haven't done, please do it as soon as this orientation finishes and give it to Laura. Laura, can you raise your hand? It's just behind you. She's going to collect your questionnaire if she hasn't done yet so. And sorry, one of the questions was short answer. It's just we forgot to take it out. So that's obviously is not a question. So who am I? I don't really know who am I. So I don't expect you to know. I'm the CEO of Gogo Nihon, but what's more important is who I was. I was a student like you. I came to Japan 9 years ago, and I came to Japan to study Japanese, like all of you guys. At that time, there was not Gogo Nihon. There was not service like Gogo Nihon, and it was really a pain in the ass to do all the process. You are lucky. I had no idea how the school was going to look like. I had no idea about the visa procedure. I had so many problems that postponed my arrival to Japan for several months. The accommodation was really bad, and so on. So based on this great experience I had, I could build a website at the beginning to give more information to people to do the same I did. So living and studying in Japan. And then likely the site became popular, and then now, thanks to all of you, we have so many people coming in Japan through Gogo Nihon. This is a photo I took during a Disneyland trip with my schoolmates. Some of those people are from my class. This is Jan from Sweden, is the co-founder of Gogo Nihon. So the two of us met at school and decided to put a website, and the website became what Gogo Nihon is today. So that's when I say you're going to have a lot of opportunities in Japan, is because I experienced this myself. I had no idea about making a company in Japan or starting a business in Japan or even putting a website in Japan, but that's happened. And I really want you guys to do the same. Maybe not the same as Gogo Nihon, but similar thing. This is me struggling. It's not going to be easy. Japanese, it's not easy. It's easier in Japan, of course, than studying in your country. It's not going to be easy. You need to study every day, but eventually you will succeed. So this is who we are now. This is Gogo Nihon today. This is part of our staff. This is our office. You can see that's where every day, when you receive an email from Lindsay, from Donna, from Andra, and so on, you have received an email from one of those people from this office. And these are some of the other people in Gogo Nihon. As you come from so many different countries, we speak 7 languages. You speak also different languages. We need to have people from your country. So, we are the best people to support you. You understand for example, the education in your country and so on. So that's why Gogo Nihon is so good. This is a trip we did. I'm going to show you why. You're going to know why I'm showing you photos of Gogo Nihon. So this is a trip we did all together. So that's a company trip we did 2 winters ago. So it was 1 year and 3 months ago. This is the Hanami party we had not this year but last year. So again, it was 1 year ago. So we do also all these parties and events. And one other thing that Gogo Nihon does is we try to globalize Japan. We try to bring people from so many different countries. Each year we help about 50 different countries to come to Japan. We give support to people from 50 different countries. So why I'm telling you all these things about Gogo Nihon, why I'm showing you how much fun it is to work for us, how much good we do, not just for students like you that have a free service to come to Japan, but also we try to help Japan to become more globalized, because Japan really needs it, by the way. It's because I want you. I want you to work for Gogo Nihon. So we always say that there is a lot of part-time opportunities, there is a lot of full-time opportunities in Japan. We're going to show you other part-time opportunities later in the orientation. Lindsay will follow up with me. But right now, the most important thing for you to know that I want you. So what's available in Gogo Nihon right now? Actually, I should have showed this later, actually. Who wants to work part-time? Raise your hands. Okay. It's good, I didn't scare anyone. Now keep your hands high. Who like one of those? Marketing, video, like taking videos, editing videos, or social media, Facebook, Instagram. Who likes those things and wants to work part-time? Keep the hands raised. There's a lot. Okay, good. There's probably 20 people. I remember everyone, so don't worry. Very good memory. Okay, so this is the thing. So we look for people that like marketing, mostly online marketing, but in general marketing. Preferable for, of course, if you have experience is better, but doesn't really matter. We can teach you what to do and how to do it. We just want people that really want to work. People that like taking videos. You like taking videos, you like your Handycam, you like your Snapchat, and things like that. That's great, and also connects with SNS. So I really want you so much that the first 5 people that will email from now, they will get an interview in our office 100%. That's it's my word. So this is the email. The race has started now. The race is literally starting now. If you send before this time, you are disqualified. I don't know how did you know it. So it has to be from this time on. Recruit@gogonihon.com. The first 5 people, doesn't matter what, even if you send me a dot, if I see your email, I reply to you and I say, you come Thursday for an interview. Guys, if you want to work part-time, that's time. It's the best company in Japan. Not kidding. One thing we also do is we have a live show every morning. Has any one of you seen my live show? Yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 8. Okay, great. 8 people out of 120. It's close to 10%. Okay, great. There is a lot to improve, right? I did one great live show with the guy there. Yes, it was the best one. 7,000 views. Clearly not in the office, not in the orientation. We do a live show every Monday, 11 a.m. And one thing I would also love is to invite you to the live show. So whenever, if you guys are interested in coming, sharing your experience, even if you have, for example, a blog you want to talk about, if you have your own side business, you want to, I will let you, of course, I will let you talk about it. At the same time, I would like to collect your experience of student in Japan. So anytime, guys, you can come to our office, to the live show, and I would love to interview you. So just let me know. The best way for you guys to give back to us is to share about Gogo Nihon. So I hope I will see the questionnaire later, and usually, the feedback we get is really, really good, and that's also what keeps us very motivated, and always we try to improve. We know sometimes we do mistakes, sometimes accommodation changes suddenly. Accommodation that was really nice and clean becomes, I don't know, so we try to change it, but maybe it's too late. There are mistakes that we do sometimes, but like 95 to 98% of our students are very, very happy about our service. So we know that people sometimes say, thank you so much, and then we are very happy to hear that. But what we would like to you guys, just share about this orientation. We are live, by the way, so we are on the English page. So if you see this video, you can share it. Anything that we do that you like, you can share it. Don't forget that we also are on YouTube. We are on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. We often post on Instagram and Snapchat like a behind the scene kind of thing, very funny. So you guys can also join our other social media. Those are some examples. For example, Connor made a review of Gogo Nihon last year. He came to the orientation, he made a short video about the orientation and just put on his Facebook channel, and we featured him in our Facebook and YouTube as well, and he got a lot of views thanks to that. So guys, let us know if you If you write about us, if you take a video about us, anything you do about us, if you let us know, we will definitely give you a lot of exposure, and we will like, of course, to get your feedback about it. Now, my part is over. Then I invite the beautiful Lindsay to do the second part of the presentation, where she will give you very important information. So please be very kind to what Lisa will say. Okay, thank you, Lisa.
Hi everybody, so my name's Lindsay, I'm from the UK. I've been living in Japan for just over a year now, and I need the clicker. So yeah, I've been living in Japan for just over a year now. I'm probably one of the few students that are involved with Gogo Nihon now that have been through all the processes that Gogo Nihon have. So three years ago now, I came to Japan on one of their summer study trips. I came here for 4 weeks, and I loved it so much that when I went back to England in the August, I lasted until about Christmas, New Year's, and that was it. I knew I wanted to come back. I knew I wanted it to be full-time. I wanted to study, and so I made it happen. I arrived April last year, and I've been loving it ever since. So I arrived in April, and shortly after there were some positions available at Gogo Nihon, and lo and behold, I got a job there. So if you are interested, definitely get in contact and make sure you do it quick. So I'm going to go through some of the information that I think a lot of you may not be aware of. You'll find it very useful. So if you have anything where you want to ask us about it later, or if you want to make a note of it, do it. We can tell you about it at another point as well. So, daily life in Japan, it can be difficult when you first arrive, because you've been here for a little time, maybe a week or so already. You might find that people don't speak English or different languages, and you find it's difficult to communicate when you don't speak much Japanese. And I experienced that myself when I was trying to get a phone contract, so I understand. So some useful things about Japan. So there's a website called Claire. You can just type that in, Claire Japan. It's a really useful information website that provides information about life in Japan. It also has things like natural disasters, what to do. There's so much information on there. It has a lot of different languages, so I really do recommend just taking a quick look. You can find your language, and hopefully it will be of some use for you guys. Another thing that a lot of people don't think about is actually talking to their school. So some people that I go to school with, I'm a student as well, I'm studying now, and I start again tomorrow. I've just had my spring holiday. A lot of people don't realise that the schools have a lot of experience with students, and they do know it's hard, and if you have questions, ask them. They may not always be able to answer your questions. They will do their best. A lot of the people don't, the teachers don't speak necessarily English or your language, but if you do your best to communicate, they will do their best to help you. And it's not just the teachers, but go to the reception, ask them questions, and they will help you the best they can. I really recommend doing that. It's very important. Don't keep it to yourself. If you have questions, always ask them. And also, hopefully this won't happen. Touch wood, I've not had any problems, so I've not had to use this myself. But if you get sick, or you need to go to the hospital or to a doctor's, Himawari Tokyo Medical Information. I think it's possibly just in English, but hopefully if you have problems, you can use this to find somewhere that you can go to where they'll be able to help you in a language that might be more easy for you to understand. Especially when it comes to medical problems and things, it's a little bit difficult to translate. And also it can be a little bit more expensive if you don't have a way to communicate what your conditions are or something like that. So definitely give that a look if you have any problems. Another company that we're actually partnered with that I wanted to talk to you about is something called Hello Talk. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Has anybody ever heard of it? Yeah? Okay, good. So it's a really great tool for you to use to basically, it's an application for messaging. It's for a language exchange. We actually have a deal going with this company, so you can get VIP access. You've got unlimited translations, increased notes. that you can add from each partner, more contacts, and if you contact us, you can get the VIP access. So if you're interested, we can send you the link. So if you are, just email your student coordinator, we can send you that information. Okay. So I don't know if have any of you guys that you're using it? Do you like it? How do you find it? Is it interesting?
Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah? Are you using it for Japanese?
Well, they like to speak English.
Ah, okay. So what you can try and do when you've got somebody like that is try and agree like to reverse. So maybe you do your language and then say, okay, well, this time I want to do Japanese, and then if you keep doing that, you'll get into a rhythm. So I think it's a very good program to use. So on to very useful things, daily life travel in Japan. So I come from a small town in the south of England, and we don't have metro or that many trains. If I want to use a train, it's only to go to London, and I don't do that because it's super expensive to go there. But I highly recommend Google Maps for checking timings and how to get places. It's amazing. You can do door to door. You can do it from where you're staying to your school, to a restaurant, a cafe, anywhere you want to go. And it's fantastic. It will give you the timings, walking distance, the cost as well, which is really good because, let's face it, we're all students, we don't have money. So definitely get that on your phone, and I really suggest using that. Hypermedia is also great, but I recommend that one for more like long-term trips. So if you're going to, say, for example, in your school holidays, go to Kyoto or Osaka or further away, give that a look, and it will give you some information about kind of where to buy tickets and what's good and that kind of thing. Something that I actually didn't know much about when I first arrived here, it probably took me over a month or two to find out about this, is that there's two types of not discounted as such, but cheaper ways to get train fare in Japan. So Kaisken is useful for if you are using, for example, one network. So there's two networks. You've got Metro and then you've got the JR lines, for example. If you're going to be using only one, but just if you were going to be using that one line but to go all over the city, you can buy repeat tickets for the same journey or for the cost of that journey. And it's very, very useful if you're going to be doing lots and lots of traveling around the city. However, for most of us, for example myself, I use a commuter pass because I'm usually going just from my hometown train station to where I work or school or whatever, and then the same again in the evening. If I want to go somewhere else after that, then I just load my Suica card and use it for that. But the commuter pass, if you buy, say, a month, 2 months, 3 months, or even a year, it will save you some money rather than keep loading your Suica card with just cash. So I definitely recommend looking at this. You can Google it if you want more information or something, and there's a lot of information on the internet about how to do these things, so it's just a bit of information to get you thinking about that. Also, if you are planning on going traveling again, if you are a bit concerned about cash, then definitely highway buses. There are overnight buses. I personally haven't used one yet, but you can leave late in the evening and then you'll arrive at your destination early in the morning, and then you've got the whole day to go and travel, and it's a lot cheaper. A lot cheaper than Shinkansen, that's for sure. Another one is bicycles. In Japan, a lot of people ride bikes. In my town, not that many people do, but you'll notice here they're everywhere and on the streets, on the sidewalks, and you sometimes have to kind of dodge out of the way of them and stuff like that. I'm sure some of you have already experienced that at some point in the last week. Maybe nearly getting run over. It's happened to me. And then sometimes somebody rings a bell and scares something out of you. So just a few rules. You need to make sure that you remember this. Both the schools will probably tell you this if they haven't done already as well. There are quite strict rules, and if you don't follow them, you do run the risk of being stopped by the police. So just please remember to follow the rules. So don't use your mobile phone when you're on your bike. Don't have headphones in, because if you have headphones in, even one I think now, they've changed the rules recently and it's a lot stricter. So don't do that. And I know a lot of people do it, but don't ride with an umbrella. And make sure that if you do get a bike that it's in good condition. You have to have brakes on both the front and the back. I know somebody that nearly got stopped by the police at some point because they didn't have the correct brakes, so they promptly went to go get that sorted. Parking bikes, I don't know if you've probably noticed them outside of stations, and they've got little tickets on them. Those are warnings. If you keep doing it, or if you're unlucky and maybe somebody's not having a very good day and they're feeling unkind, you run the risk of getting a big fine for parking your bike somewhere it shouldn't be. So please be careful. Use the bike parking areas. They're always around by the train stations. Check whether your school has parking, because not all of them do. I know the school that I go to, ISI Language School in Takanarobaba, they don't have bike parking, and they will tell you to remove it, or it might get removed, so that's another one to be careful of. Another thing is you can actually rent bikes. If you don't want to buy one, or if you're not sure about it yet, if you want to just rent them, you can get them near train stations, or usually in kind of tourist spots, for example. I think there's definitely bike rentals by the Imperial Palace, for example, and you can ride around on Sundays and things like that. So it's really nice that they have that as well. And again, cheap life. This is really useful stuff, so remember this. Tokyo Cheapo, I don't know if any of you have heard of that website before. Anybody? A few of you? Okay. It's really useful. It has everything. It has places to go, what to do in Japan. It's got what's happening this weekend, next week, next month. It's got festivals. It's got absolutely everything you can think of. Food, drinking, yeah. Shopping, travel. I use it quite regularly to go and look at things, what to do and where to go. Don Quixote is also your friend. It has everything and anything you could possibly imagine. I don't know if you guys have been there yet. It's great fun. I like looking at the strange things. There's a lot of strange things in there. Try and find some, take pictures. I mentioned earlier that I had problems getting a contract when I first arrived. We actually have some information that will be helpful for you. But you can get phones and things in Yodobashi Camera or Big Camera. You have to take your residence card, credit card. They don't generally accept debit cards, so just be careful, because I had a problem with that at the time. Also, some other things that are really useful is 100 yen shops, like Daiso. Have you guys been to one of those? They're great. They have everything, and it's so cheap. Much cheaper than England. So yeah, definitely look out for those. There's also ones that you can get like supermarkets as well, like the Lawson 100 yen stores. So it's not just, Daiso does have some food, and some of them maybe have some, I'm not sure they have fresh food, to be honest, but no, I don't think so. 100 yen Lawsons, they have fresh food, everything that you can need, that you're going to need on a daily basis, and you can get like a points card as well, and then you get like discounts and things over time, so definitely have a look at that, and it's not difficult to register, so I have one near me and I use it a lot, it's very good. Craigslist or Facebook is also another good one for sayonara sales. So for example, we have expats or somebody that's leaving Japan or somebody only here for short term. They'll be selling their stuff, they want to get rid of it, they don't have time, so keep a lookout for those, because they can be really useful if you're saying, you know, for 2 years you're going to need some furniture in your room or something. Keep an eye out for those. Second-hand shops, it's kind of like sayonara sales, but you know, it's actually places you can go to. So Modoff, 2nd Street, you can get clothes, you can get furniture. Yahoo Auction is another one that's really good. Nitori is a furniture store, I believe, and it's actually very popular, I think, in Japan, because it's quite good quality, but still, it's not expensive, it's reasonable. So if you've got one near you, take a look, might be useful. And because you're all students, I'd imagine that at some point you'll all end up going to Book Off. It's a good store, it's got books, games, manga, everything you're going to need, and I've already been there and bought a ton of books and spent too much money in there. Yeah. Also, there's sort of things to look out for that you might not be aware of. When you go to karaoke and places like amusement centres and things like that, there are sometimes deals for karaoke, so have a look at that online, or ask if you can when you get there. Sometimes if you register for as a repeat user of a particular chain, then you can get discounts and things. So I think it's quite easy. You can set up like an application on your phone or something like that, and it's very, very useful. For any of you that like to go to the gym, there are obviously the big chain ones that you can go to, but some of them, if you want to find somewhere that's cheaper, if you find a public gym, some of them are called Sportcenter. So look out for something like that. You can Google it if you're not sure. Try and find one that's near you. This one is really useful. Supermarkets. This here is great. At the end of the day, when the fresh food, it's still fresh, because the food turnover in this country is very fast, so at the end of the day, they mark everything down. They'll go 20%, then 40%, and it will keep going. If you go later in the evening, you can get great food really cheap, really cheap. If you like to eat out, for example, but you're a bit tight on money, or if you want to go and have a nice lunch somewhere, there's a lot of these chain restaurants like Sukiya, Yoshinoya, Matsuya, and Saizoria. They're all like Saizoria is a family restaurant. These ones, they serve things like gyudon, rice bowls, lots and lots of different things, and it's really cheap. You can get it for 500 yen, 600 yen, and you can get a decent portion as well. So when you're at school and you don't want to make a bento or make something for yourself, you can head to one of these because there's most definitely going to be one near your school, for sure. Okay, so just a few like more serious things. So in Japan, you may have noticed, especially in the mornings and in the evenings, maybe not so much in the evenings if people are drunk, but in the mornings it's very quiet. Be respectful. People work very early till very late. Don't talk on your phone. Don't keep your headphones in really loud, because if you can hear it next to you, it's kind of irritating when you're a bit tired and you want to have a bit of a nap. I never thought I'd nap on a train. I never thought I'd do it. I nap on a train. And when you've been at school and you've gone to work and then you've gone out partying and then the next day you're like, oh, I'm going to go to school. It happens. I fell asleep in the morning with my mouth open. It's kind of embarrassing. So yeah, just try and be respectful. Think about where you are in the train as well. Take your rucksack off your back and bring it around your front, and just think about the other people on the train and that kind of thing. So Japanese social norms as well. Arrive on time. If you make plans with somebody maybe you've made friends with, make sure that you're not late. Or if you are, make sure you keep in contact, because it's really important here. And I know that in a lot of countries, like Italy, Davide.
Always on time.
Like Davide. It's really important, so just keep that in mind. Some people are really shy as well, so we're going to have some Japanese people joining us later. Don't be afraid to go and talk to them, but just be aware that they may be a little bit shy, so just give people time. People will come around, and just take it easy. Don't try and like push too hard or whatever, and it'll be really easy to make friends here. I'm having a fantastic time. I've made fantastic friends in my share house. I absolutely love it here, so I'm sure you will find great people to hang out with. Personal space as well, just people don't generally touch each other, like shaking hands and but yeah, so like maybe in Italy you do the greeting. It's not really something that's done here, so just although people are aware of other cultures and things here, don't expect them to be like a reciprocating person. They might be a bit like, whoa. So just think about that. Something to be careful of is club touting. There are some areas that there are some shady characters around. Don't get me wrong, Japan is super safe. You can walk around late at night, and I'm pretty confident that nothing will happen to you. I've not had any problems whilst living here, but we did have an experience recently with a study trip student who went to one of these locations. One of the guys outside the bars promised free drinks and a fun time. He went in, had one drink. There was something maybe put in that drink that made him drunk very fast. So he then was promptly made to withdraw lots of money and give them money. Now, in Japan, the club touting, it's not, I don't know if it's illegal as such, so there's not much that police can do, I don't think, in these situations, so you really need to be smart. If somebody's promising you free drinks, It's probably not true. Don't go in there. And also cheap izakayas, sometimes it's the same thing. They'll say it's really, really cheap. You go in and then suddenly, boom, you have a massive bill. So just think about it, be smart, and you'll be fine. You don't need to tip in Japan, so I'm sure you might have already heard that before. If you haven't, you don't need to do it. Don't do it. And this bit is really important. Police, fires and medical help. If you have a mobile phone or if you have something to write this down on, write it down, because it's not the same maybe in England as it is here. So police, 110. For ambulances and fires, it's 119. So just please remember that. Maybe write it down. And finally, although it doesn't happen very often, if one of the police do ask you to stop and ask you for your details, just be cooperative. Make sure you keep your Zayu card and your passport around. I don't think you need to carry your passport if you've got a Zayu card. If you're short-term students for 3 months, keep your passport with you. Okay? So I think now I'm going to get Davide to come and talk to you about something really exciting that's up for you guys.
Okay. Thank you, Lizzie. First of all, Melissa, Pontus, Heli, David, Beam, Diseño, you have an interview. You send this within the first minute. We got like 13 people, and so the first 5, as I said, we're going to send you a message back. You will have an interview in our office next week or in 2 weeks. And the other people that I haven't mentioned, and I won't reply, you guys can go through the normal way because we have many positions open in our company right now. And if you go to our site, career, you can see what position is open and you can apply directly. So absolutely, please guys, send us an application. What I would like to say, so as some of you know, we also have a sister service called Gogo Hanguk. Hanguk is Nihon in Korean, means Korea. And we help people that want to live and study in Korea. We decided to make a partnership for this summer. So we made a special summer trip to Korea for our Gogo Nihon students in Japan. Which means the plan is tailored to people that will fly from Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto, Fukuoka, Sapporo, so from the Japanese airport, and will go in Korea between the 24th and the 2nd of July. So it's pretty much 1 week, 8 days. Why we chose those days? Because your school is closed. So it's a great time for you to experience Korea. So for all of you that have thought about going to Korea, or maybe they're also curious about learning another culture, we have made this program for you. And you will be going together with maybe some people in this room, or some other Gogo Nihon students, or some other Japanese people that come to our events. So those are the type of people that will participate in the event. Now, because this is between Gogo Nihon and Gogo Hanguk, the price is extremely low. You have, the flight is optional, so you can decide, for example, to go with our flight all together, or you can go earlier, for example, you can leave later if you want to stay longer. You can just deselect the flight when you go to the application form. Also, the language classes are optional. If you guys want to try 1 week of Korean, why not? It's an interesting thing to do as well. You can do it, however, you don't have to do it. So what is included basically in the package you will see on the website is accommodation altogether, activities. So every afternoon you have an activities for 8 days together with the Gogo Hanguk team, which is basically like us but in Korea, and participate to this together with all the other students. If you are interested, you can send an email to the Gogo Hanguk team, which is info@gogohanguk.com, or I have a flyer here that has more information, including the website where you find the photos of the activities, the price of this, and so on. Is any one of you interested in this? Could you raise your hands if you want to get the flyer? Okay, if you guys stays with the hand raised while this day continues, I will give you the flyer, because we don't have that many, so I can only give to the people that are interested. So please keep the hand raised. Lisa, you can go. Okay.
So I know we already mentioned briefly that we have some part-time jobs available. So if you are interested, we've got marketing, student coordinator positions available, and also study trip and event positions as well. So if you're interested, then please ask some of our staff and we can direct you to the right person for whichever area you're interested in, and then we can email you with further information at a later point. So also, as you said, a lot of you are going to be looking for part-time jobs. If you want to look at some other things, if it's of interest to you, then we've also got this Aikai Kuji. They, I think, export anime goods and things like that abroad, so if you're interested, by all means get in contact with them. Spark Dojo is it's a company that help teach English to non-English speakers, so they were hiring as well, so if you're interested, get in contact with them, or if you're just interested in improving your English, if it's not your first language, then you could also use them as well. They're in Japan, so if you're interested, take a look at that. And then finally, Zehitomo is a company that help find freelance work, so if you have a specific skill set, get in contact with them and then they'll help you. Okay, so you may not be thinking about this now, maybe you have, I don't know. Once you've finished your language studies, what do? So the main thing you need to think about for the time being is that for the majority of companies in Japan, JLPT N2 is the minimum requirement. So it goes from N5 being the lowest up to N1. N2 is considered proficient in the language, so by all means it's not fluent. Don't get that mixed up. It's proficient. So if you're interested in getting work here after you finish your language studies, aim for N2 and do whatever you can to pass that one, because it's not easy. I haven't done it yet, but she has. We also have some other schools and things that we partner with, so if you're interested in going on to further education, for example, if you're interested in animation and design and things like that, we have a partner called Nihongo Gakuin College. So if you're interested in that, you can apply through us, we can help you with the process. Or if you want to go to university, there's a lot of universities in Japan as well. We partner with Tokyo International I knew this was going to happen at some point. Tokyo International University. It's a 4-year bachelor's degree. It's in English, so it's either in international relations or business economics. So if you're interested in that, just so you know, they also have Japanese lessons kind of separately. So you're not just going to be doing everything in English, you still get to study Japanese. So that's another thing to consider. So you will have got your members cards, I think. Everybody's got their members cards. So keep hold of those for future events. You have the chance to win prizes, discounts. We're going to have a lot of events coming up. So keep looking on Facebook and Twitter and all the different ones that you're following us on at the moment. I don't know which one you guys are using. We're also going to be having, well, we've already been doing this. We have a weekly international event. I go to regularly, so in Zest Cantina in Shibuya at the moment, we are doing a weekly event. It's great fun. We have a special 500 yen food and drink menu. It's Mexican food. There's a lot of people that come from everywhere, just like you are in this room. You have a lot of Japanese people coming to want to speak to you. They don't want to just speak one language, they want to speak to everybody and anybody. So if you want a chance to practice, make friends, come along. It's really great fun. I go most weeks. We also do a lot of activities. So for example, every half an hour, I think, starting from around 7:30, we do a free drink giveaway. So you'll get a little number, keep a hold of that. We'll shout out a number, do a bingo lottery, and you get the chance to win a free drink. And at the end of the night, we also have a special prize. So if you stay and have your number, you might win movie tickets or a voucher or something like that. So definitely come along. It's anybody can come. You can bring friends with you. They don't have to be Gogo Nihon students. Anybody. You can bring Japanese friends. Doesn't matter. So even your school friends, when you've been at school for a week or whatever and you've made friends there, bring them along. Everybody's welcome. So yeah. Also, we just made these. So this is a new incentive we're doing. We've got a guest card, and although you can't really see it, every 5 times you come, you'll get a free drink. I think this one's different, but every time 5 times you come to our weekly event, you'll get a free drink as well. So that's another one that's quite cool. And I don't know if you can see me just there, but I'm there. I don't know why I'm doing this. I think I might have been yelling. So another one, we have, like I said, a lot of events going on. We just did our other Hanami. It was great fun. Thankfully, the weather cleared up for the Sunday. It was meant to be on the Saturday, but it was raining. But yeah, so we had the Hanami on Sunday. It was fantastic. We had a lot of people turn up, and we had somebody demonstrating their acrobatic skills with the, I don't know what they are. They were sticks, and she was throwing it up in the air, and it was awesome. I don't know if you're here tonight. No. Okay. Dead. It was really cool. And if you have a chance to go to Ohanami, if you haven't been already, go. It's amazing. There are some crazy things happening. There's people wearing weird outfits. I remember when I came last year, there was some people wearing skin suits, like completely head to toe, and there was like about 6 or 7 of them, all in different colours. I didn't know if they could understand who was who, but it looked like fun. I don't know, not my thing, but you know. Yeah, so follow us. We have we post our events on Meetup as well. That's another one that's really good to use. There's so much stuff happening in Tokyo, so give that a look as well. Like us on Facebook. We have an events page on Facebook. We've got an events page on our website as well. So just up here, and it has all the up and coming events that's going to be in the future. So there's another picture of our Hanami party. We also did a free pizza party. I didn't go to that one because I had something else I had to do, but it sounded like it was a great fun. A lot of people were very hungry for pizza. Okay, so something to get you guys involved in this evening and talking to each other is we've got a contest. So we've got Best Photo of the Night contest. We want you guys to take a photo. Doesn't matter what kind of photo. So if I can get you guys, so where do you want everybody down here? Yeah? Okay, so I'm going to ask you guys to come and we're gonna move this table, and if I can get you guys to
Our first friend. Primer amigo.
Are you our student?
Yes.
Oh yes. How do you feel about coming to Japan? Is it like too excited? Do you lots of words?
Exactly that.
Okay, great.
Very much. 17 years.
I've been in Tokyo for 1 week.
What? 1 week?
Yes, and there's almost no English, so you're doing pretty well.
Japan 1 week?
Yes.
What did you do?
What's sorry? What?
You were like a week. Yeah.
Japanese culture. Like, I don't know what it's Japanese.
Where do you guys come from?
I'm from England. I'm from the Philippines.
How do you guys feel about coming to Japan?
So excited. Weather is good today.
Okay, great. Thank you. Where do you come from?
Sweden.
Sweden. What do you feel about coming to Japan?
Awesome.
It's awesome. Great. Thank you. Welcome. Bye, guys. We're from Hello. What's your name?
Ika.
Ika. Where do you come from?
I come from Spain.
What do you feel about coming to Japan?
Pretty good.
It's pretty good.
It's really
like
fucking nice.
achieving your dream.
It is kind of. Not yet, but I will get there.
Okay. Good luck. Have fun.
I met one who works in police. One who works She's been doing it for 13 years. Ho visto fare l'altra parte.
Where do you want me to pass this to?
To any stuff.
Any stuff. Okay. Okay. Sorry guys, sorry. What? So Dominic's idea is to pass it to everyone. So after my part, and then you do your part, and then you pass it to anyone. So interview them.
Interview them?
Yes, like, where you come from, pass it to anyone. Pass it to Lindsay, pass it to Yeah.
Hey, so who are you? What do you do here?
I'm a staff of Gogo Nihon.
Okay, can you show me your card?
Oh, Indonesia! Yeah!
Okay, so it is Marcel. What do you do at Gogo Nippon?
I'm an Indonesian staff.
Okay, can you tell me more about what you do?
So I help students for their visa, we help them to find schools, we help them to find accommodation as well. And that's it.
All right. Well, and you help them from start to finish.
Start to finish?
Start to finish. From A to Z. So you do the whole thing. You help with the visa, you help with accommodation.
Yes.
And you're the one who does it for everybody?
Yes. Just for Indonesia.
Oh, okay. So if someone from Indonesia sends us an email, they talk to you.
I'm the one who takes care of it.
All right.
Me.
All right. So it's your face.
It's me.
All right. All right. Let's move on.
Buy a SIM card.
Hey there. Who's this? You look familiar.
Donna from the international team.
All right. Speaking with
Michelle.
Michelle. All right. So when did you get here, Michelle?
Like last week.
Last week. Okay.
Yeah.
And how's the jet lag?
Oh, I didn't have any jet lag.
Not at all.
No.
Where are you from?
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
Yeah, 20-hour flight, but I was so excited to be here, so I was like, let's go. I was with my brother, and I was like, I need to go and see everything.
All right. And are you a student?
Yeah,
All right. Which school do you go to?
Acamonkai.
Akamonkai. Wow. Akamonkai students are usually really hard workers.
Yeah, they are really strict.
They're very strict, but you learn very fast as well.
Yeah,
Does that mean you live in one of the dorms?
no.
So you decided to go with a share house, maybe?
Yeah, I go to this company, Global Agents, and I live in a social apartment and in Kiyosumi, Shirakawa, 20 minutes from the school.
Oh, very nice. And how's Japan so far? Do you like it?
Yeah, I love it. I've been here since my third time here.
And you're just in time for the cherry blossoms.
Yeah, I've never been here in the cherry blossoms.
Oh, really?
So I was like, yay!
Have you gone out to see any of them yet?
Yeah, I went to Shinjuku Gyoen.
Shinjuku Gyoen. Yeah, it's very famous. It's a huge park, right?
Yeah, I love it. Love it.
All right. Well then, Michelle, I hope you enjoy our event, and thank you very much for this short interview.
Thank you.
Wow, that's amazing. Wow, so you must be super excited.
I'm searching for a
Would anyone like to be interviewed very shortly? No? Not really? Oh, come on. Let's see, who's that guy?
Hey,
What are you
are
doing
you having
here?
fun? I don't know. I'm having fun. I don't know if you're having fun. I'm having fun.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah? So you are in charge now of the live streaming.
Yes, that is correct.
So you need to make as fun as possible.
Oh my goodness.
She's Catherine from
No,
Gogo Nihon,
no.
and you judge her camera talent.
No, not at all.
Okay.
No. I think welcome Nyan. Like, look at this. Oh, look at this sign over there.
Oh, wow.
It's super interesting. Ah.
So I told myself to say that we should not go outside. That's fine. I can try your best. But when you pass someone else, say don't go outside.
Sorry. So here we're inside near the bar area. There's a lot going on. Hey guys, sorry to bother you, but do you mind if I join? No, it's okay. Hi. So, I know one of you guys. Yes, it's me. So this here is Sissy, and who am I talking to here?
Kevin.
Kevin. Nice to
Yes.
meet you, Kevin.
Nice to meet you.
Where are you from?
From Netherlands.
The Netherlands.
Same.
So yeah, like the same. And you are both wearing red.
Right.
And this is well, I'm staff here, and I like that you're wearing the Gogo Nihon colors. Was that intended? No, not at all. I really like the color red. That's why I'm
Just
wearing
took something
it.
from the class.
So I'm not familiar with the Netherlands flags. Does it have red on it? Is that what it has?
Red, white, blue.
Okay, and let's see, so are you a student here?
No.
You're not a student, so you just learned about our event and decided to come here? Oh, very nice. So there's a lot of international people, a lot of Japanese people who are here to meet students. So how long have you been in Japan?
Now 2 months.
2 months?
2 months now,
Okay.
yeah.
Wow, so are you here for studies? Are you here
I'm
for...
here for work.
Oh, okay. Very nice. And how about you, Sissy?
I'm here for studying Japanese.
Studying Japanese? You're a Nakamonkai student?
Yes. And I'm here for a week now.
And you've had your orientation, right?
Yes.
How was that?
Well, it was really nice. I got a lot of tips, and I got to meet a lot of people here. So I'm very happy that I came here today.
Very nice.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
So, what's your favorite thing about Japan so far, Kevin?
That's hard to say. Many things.
Oh yeah?
Yes. Like the food.
The food?
of course.
Oh yeah, the
I think
food is
that's
awesome.
I think it's number one for everyone. And the people are nice, so. And
How about those cherry blossoms? They're blooming right now, correct?
Yes.
What's your favorite spot for cherry blossoms?
I only went to what's it called, Ueno Park.
Oh yeah.
I went there, so.
It's huge. Lots of people there, right?
Yeah, all the garage is full with people sitting there.
Yeah, and they're having hanami, right?
Hanami, yes.
Have you been to a hanami?
I've been to a night hanami. I think it's called different.
So could you explain to our viewers who don't know what a hanami is? What is a
What it
hanami?
is, it's flower viewing, just sitting on the grass with people drinking, eating underneath the cherry blossom trees.
And it's pretty awesome, if I do say so
It's like
myself.
one big party in the park.
Exactly.
So
and,
it's awesome. Yeah.
and the best part, at least at Ueno, in my opinion, is that they set up like those tables and those tarps, and anybody can use them.
Tables?
Yep.
I've not seen tables.
You didn't see-
Everyone was sitting on the ground, just on with the things laid down on the grass. So.
Yeah. So it's very relaxed. It's very chill, and it's a nice thing to do on a Sunday, you know. Anyway, thank you so much, you guys.
No
I'm
problem.
gonna keep going. Nice meeting you.
Yes. Bye bye.
But my throat.
Like a lot of fun.
Hey. What's going on?
We have beers here.
Oh, let's see. So if you want beer, this is the place to go. 500 yen for a beer. Pretty standard, actually.
Deal.
You know, it's a pretty good deal. Hey,
Long time no see. I need to go.
you take it.
What?
Take it.
I need to leave my stuff first. I need to leave my stuff. You can
I will follow you until.
follow me. Just go ahead and follow.
You can move.
Just here, right?
Yep. in there.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
say main passenger nut. Just left on main passenger nut. Okay, cool. I'll do so. Trust me. I'll fucking do it. Hey, you. Over here. What's your name? What's your name?
How are you asking me?
What's your name?
Dave.
Where are you from?
I'm from the UK.
How long have you been here?
I have been here for 5 days.
Enjoying so far?
Am I enjoying it so far?
Japan so far?
Yeah, I'm loving Japan so far.
What's your blood type? Yeah. And roll.
X.
That's a weird one. You're having fun, man, didn't you? I just sorry. I need to film hotel.
Oh, maybe.
I'm taking a video of you taking a picture. Should I give this to you? Isn't that Catherine?
Oh, dang it, I just came that way.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I'm not touching it.
No worries. Sorry. I'm just gonna get this shit down. Sorry, excuse me. Andra? What should I do with this? They told me to give it to you, that's the thing.
What?
They told me to give it to you. I mean, neither. They literally just told me to give it to Andra.
What are you?
I know. I'm sorry.
Supposed to do this, okay. Is this recording right now?
Yeah. Is it live? Oh yeah, it is.
This is live, okay. Guys,
Thank you.
can you say hello here? To the camera? Hi. Morning. Hi. Ciao.
Andra, ormai è super nicchi proprio.
Thank you. Whatever you want.
Hi. Hello.
Parla con la gente, questo devi dire. Parla, italiano.
Yes, I know.
That's just you.
No, I'm not doing interviews.
Okay, what do you
No, es muy interesante.
Because I come from a small mountain, there's like 300,000 people.
Oh, sorry.
How's it going?
It's up to you, Lindsay.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know what I want to do.
Just go around and if some students want to give an interview,
Okay.
you do it.
Really?
Yes, come with it.
Oh, okay.
When you're done, you can come back.
Okay, is there somebody that could do it for a little while before me?
Okay. Come with me. Let's find it together. What's this?
It's a very strong drink. It's very strong. So you have to watch? I don't know how this works.
So it's very slow.
This way? This
Yeah,
way?
it's working. So come with me.
I'm sorry, I have to...
This is so strong.
I know, I asked for it to be strong. What kind of things do you ask?
I don't know. I didn't start yet.
Okay. It's so loud. Ah,
Some questions?
Yeah.
How are you?
We are not still drunk, so I think it's fine.
How it's going? Fine, yeah. How was with Gogonihon service?
Pretty good.
It helped us a lot. It helped us a lot. Good to know.
Yeah, it was easy. Yeah, it was nice. The best service.
hi everybody. I hope you're having a good time. Okay, good. Thank you.
Great presentation.
Okay.
diciamo unica perché comunque in una città così è difficile annoiarsi, c'è tutto un mondo dietro che... Sì.
E la scuola?
La scuola diciamo che è abbastanza tosta per come inizio. Nuovi concetti, una nuova lingua, un alfabeto mai...
Hai studiato in katakana?
Ho studiato.
Vedrai che andrà meglio, piano piano andrà benissimo.
Sì, no, infatti riesco a leggere abbastanza bene, sono contento e mi arrangio.
Ottimo, dai,
Bene.
ringrazio, buon proseguimento.
Grazie a te. Posso dire qualcosa?
Sì, certo.
Ok. Va bene. Ciao, bye.
How are you? Sorry, how was your experience? So good.
Are you having a good time?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm glad you're having a good time. Any good drinks? Are you having anything?
If you want to eat, there is a bar over there. If you want to eat.
Oh yeah, there's food as well.
Thank you.
Okay, we're ready for our beer pong tournament.
So we got 10 minutes to get through all the cups. Okay. So first on this side, which side goes first?
I just like playing. I don't want that. What?
Junkin ball?
Junkin ball.
Oh my gosh. Again? I want a winner. Ah, okay, there we go. Okay. One here. One here. Okay, please wait. Please wait until I say go. And...
Where's he from?
Oh wait, okay.
Spain. So Spain go team versus what team?
All right. I'm pretty okay. Fine. Sure. Canada.
Spanish versus AWA, basically.
Oh. All right.
Power versus I don't know.
Are we ready? Yeah. All right. So this side first, Japan first, and go.
Oh, he says. Okay. You go next. I know you too. I like the first ball that was thrown. It's your ball. You sank it.
Oh.
A lot harder than it looks, isn't it? Oh! Nice! Damn! If that cup was still there. Sorry,